There was a phase of about 2 months when I was traveling in Europe that I didn't win a single match. I was having a really bad streak. And this mainly happened that whenever I was in a match situation and I was playing and there were some crucial points that would make me win a match, there would be this thing in my mind, double fault, even before I hit it. And then sure enough, I would hit a double fault. I didn't understand where this came from, and I did not know how to control it. I was really stuck, and I did not know. And at that time, we didn't have Google. We didn't have so many different things, resources that we have available now. So many people I spoke to, and this happened over a period of a few matches that crunch time, there would be this negative thought in my head, and fair enough, that's exactly what would happen. And this was just very, very difficult for us to overcome. And then finally, I don't even recall which book it was, but I read a book about a tennis psychologist. And he had written that when that kind of a thought comes to your head, stop, do not continue, just cancel it with a positive note. That changed everything for me. That small thing really, really made a huge difference, and I was able to overcome that obstacle. So as much as all the physical aspects that you've all talked about, just that small spark could make a person miss a ball. It was that difficult to overcome, but it is possible, and it was only possible because that particular psychologist had been there. He had written exactly what I was going through. So with just that thought in mind, I wanted to share some of my experience during a tie break as to what really helps for a tennis player to perform the best of their abilities. Let's go to the first point here. Conquer the fear of losing. Whenever we go into a tie break, the first thing that we start, really thinking about is, am I going to win this tie break? This is it. I have to win this. The minute you have that thought, you will lose. Because the most important thing is to focus not on the result. The result, when you focus on the result, it ends up that you're not thinking about the present moment. You're thinking about what will happen when you win, what will happen when you lose. Those things really do not allow you to perform at the best of your abilities. So focusing on the strategy that is the matter at hand, that really helps. So we can't control people or events, but we can control what we choose to think about. So a small example of this point would be to think about, okay, am I going to serve to the forehand of my opponent? Am I going to serve to the backhand of my opponent? Or is my return going to go down the line or cross court? These kind of strategical things really take the pressure off the actual result of the match. So that helps you stay in the present moment. So that is the first point that I wanted to make. Second is keeping the body loose. The more we tense up, the less power you get and the less flexibility you have. And everybody knows that here. So keeping the body loose, for me, what used to help was to kind of shake out my arm, take my racket on to my left hand, shake out my arm, and then get ready for the next ball. Just keeping it nice and relaxed, and also breathe. Many times we forget to breathe when we are really, really tensed up. So those things really helped me relax. Many people have different ways of relaxation, just keeping the body loose, but for me this worked. Happy feet. So this term I heard a long time ago, and I didn't understand what they meant by happy feet. So what they meant was, whenever you're nervous in a match, the first thing that stops is your feet. Feet stop moving. You just become transfixed. And that state, obviously, you're not going to move your feet properly. So to keep your feet shuffling and keep it moving is what I mean by happy feet. In a tie-break situation, it's really important to remind ourselves about these things. And then, again, it goes back to really focusing your mind at one point at a time. It also helps you stay in the present state of mind. Really a good example would be when it's 2-all, to just focus on that one point and the strategical part of it. Relaxed intensity with the mind. Keeping again the present focus in mind. I heard this term relaxed intensity first at a yoga course, where they were talking about keeping your mind really relaxed and intense at the same time. It really appealed to me, this particular phrase appealed to me a lot, because that's pretty much how we were when we were playing matches. To be relaxed, but at the same time you're intense. The more relaxed you were, the better chances you had of really, generating more power and also play at the best of your capabilities. And last is obviously the adaptation. As a tennis player, you just have to learn how to adapt to different situations. The wind may be a factor. All of a sudden, I've seen matches where the wind starts changing direction. So you have to be able to adapt to that. Another really small example would be, I was playing a tie break about 3 years ago. I was trying to compete for the Commonwealth Games. I was playing against this 17-year-old girl from Czech Republic. She's really tall, and she was hitting big serves. Until the tie break, we were absolutely equal. She was absolutely the same. It could have gone either way. But at that time, all of a sudden, I found that her forehand was spraying. She was just hitting all over the place. She was starting to miss a lot. So at that time, I realized maybe her forehand is the weaker shot, and that helped me clinch the tie break. So we always have to be, thinking in terms of the present moment, which really helps us understand everybody's weaknesses and strengths. So to recap all this, we had those different points that I was talking about. To conquer the fear of losing, keeping the body loose, one point at a time, the relaxed intensity, happy feet, and adaptability. I hope you got something out of it, and I really thank you for your time today. I also have finished my autobiography, and if anybody would like to get a signed copy from me, it's available outside. Thank you.